Every time you call me a clout chaser, I'm going to criticize Hasan on stream for 30 minutes, okay? Would you believe it? Hasan has done something extremely egregious.
You're a fucking psycho if you think that that is a charitable person. No, it is a deranged person.
This, out of everything, is the most egregious claim of all. Lying to your audience of over 30,000 people, it is egregious. It is terrible. It is absolutely indefensible. It's a lie. A complete and utter fabrication. I'm mad because the biggest so-called socialist Marxist, aka total fraud streamer, that is fucking bullshit and totally unacceptable. Okay, so I just want to address a few things, I guess, so this can go in the YouTube segment, okay? So, look, I see DK's in chat, you know, Doomer posting about the fact that the Daily Hasan segment, okay? Now look, here's the thing, okay? Everyone knows my position on content and what this all is, okay? So I don't think I need to repeat myself there, alright? Yeah, it's like 1984. I do criticize Hasan quite a bit, okay? I think that I go against the grain versus a lot of other of the lefty streamers that exist on this platform. You know, now I get a bit like acerbic and frustrated and stuff. But what I'd say is, like, if you're like a lefty content creator and you like Hasan, or, you know, you're somewhat defensive of Hasan, perhaps in the idea that in some way that will benefit you, like, I don't really have like a direct personal problem with you, okay? Like, I get it, okay? I totally understand. And I don't have like a bad blood towards you, right? But like, the way that I look at it is Hasan does a lot of stuff that I think is worth criticizing, okay? I think it's worth criticizing. And there's been like a number of incidents recently that I think are worth calling out. Now, does Hasan receive like unfair criticism from people? Yes, of course, absolutely. That doesn't mean that all criticism is bad faith or all criticism is totally worthless, etc., 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 okay? So I think I really don't like this idea of like, oh, but other people criticizing about it. Yeah, okay. Go and talk to them if you don't like their criticism, okay? Now, when I do criticize Hasan, I get like a lot of accusations thrown at me, all right? I get a lot of accusations thrown at me. Oh, it's just for the content. Oh, you know, you're just a clout chaser, whatever, 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 right? Now, first of all, I just want to address like the clout chaser thing. And there's a few different ways I would sort of approach that. So the first thing I'd say is, like, you know, everyone criticizes at some point or talks about the content of a larger creator than them, okay? Like, that's just the nature of the beast. Because there's always a bigger fish. You're always critical of people that are bigger than you, right? And I think, like, you know, if you're going to apply this criticism to me, you could easily apply it to Hasan himself in terms of like the way that he is engaged in this space and the way that he networks and the way that he sort of sought out the attention of like the bigger creators and now hangs out with them. You know, if you're going to criticize me for that, like, criticize Hasan for that as well, surely, okay? But fundamentally, here's what I'm going to respond to when it comes to being accused of being a clout chaser, okay? Here's my official response. Yes, I am. What now, bitch? What now? Yes, I'm a clout chaser. What now? What does that mean? Nothing. It means nothing. I'm going to keep fucking criticizing Hasan, and you can call me a fucking clout chaser all you want. That's not going to stop anything. That's not going to stop anything. There's no brakes on the clout train. Okay, I am not stopping. I am not going to stop. And you trying to accuse me of being a clout chaser isn't going to stop me either, okay? It means nothing to me anymore. It means nothing to me anymore. Fuck you, okay? Every time you call me a clout chaser, I'm going to criticize Hasan on stream for 30 minutes, okay? That's what we're going to do from now on. Every time I get accused of being a clout chaser, we're just going to watch Hasan content for 30 minutes and tear strips out of him. That's what we're going to do from now on. That's the new rule, okay? That's the new rule that I'm implementing today. So you can cut that shit out, keep going, doesn't matter to me, all right? So, why are we talking about Hasan today? Aside from it just being about content, aside from me being a clout chaser. Well, let me show you, okay? So, who here knows who Jay Exci is? Jay Exci is a YouTuber, okay? With, you know, a decent amount of subs. They've recently come onto Twitch, and they're making content on Twitch too, alright? Oh God, I used to watch Jay's videos loads back in the day. Like going back to like the earlier videos. Anyway, they do kind of like media analysis, you know, kind of like, oh, look at this, the prince is not very funny, stuff like that. But you'll see here as well, you've got like videos in regards to Hasan, right? So this video here, Pass Judgment on Hasan's response, just to kind of fill you in. So basically, Jay Exci released this video, right? Which is, well, I'll play a bit of it.
And it's, you know, they say you don't really know someone until you've held hands while taking a dump. This digital property viewing is one of those things where the longer you stare at the image, the more bizarre things
Anyway,
you
you get the gist, right? So it's something about some house. It's a kind of bizarre house that's for sale or something. I don't know. And it's kind of funny. And there's a bit with 2 toilets, right? Now, listen. This video is like, I don't know, it's just another like YouTube video, yeah? And not to disrespect the word, but it's like kind of like a normal YouTube video you'd expect to see. Now, this drama started because Hasan watched this video on stream and reacted to it, okay? And by react to it, he put the video on, he got up to have a shit, make some food, jerk off, I don't fucking know. And then he came back about 3 or 4 minutes into the video, okay? When he came back, he just sat there eating, barely commenting on it. And at one point, I think when these pictures of the 2 toilets came up, he made some sort of comment in regards to it maybe being a house for disabled people. Or something along those lines, okay? So, this is it here. In the course of reacting to it, he looked at this and went, oh, what, is this a house for disabled people or something like that? And then just continued eating, okay? So, the reaction was minimal. It was a minimal reaction to the video, all right? And Jay responded to Hasan's reaction, okay? And all Jay said to Hasan was, hey, Hasan, bro, buddy, I don't even mind you watching my content on stream and reacting to it, okay? But number one, can you at least sit and react to it?
of 8,800 Blue Lake Road. If we start at the entrance, you're greeted by a Minions brand doormat that really no home is complete without. To get to the main living area, you'll want to go up the stairs where you'll find
Don't just play it for the, you know, entertainment of your audience while you go off to make some food. Like, I've put work and effort into making this video, and all you've done is just play it for your audience and not reacted to it. Okay. So that was the first criticism. And the other criticism was, yeah, like react a little bit to the video, you know, and actually talk about it and respond to it. Don't just sit there and watch it. And the third thing was because in the course of his reaction, Hasan didn't even really credit Jay and didn't make it clear who the video was from. And Jay was like, can you at least credit me? Like with you know, mention who I am or link the video or something like that. In order to, you know, give me a little bit of the old benefit of this, you know? And these criticisms were laid out in a YouTube comment that Jay left. Perfectly reasonable critiques, right? And Hasan's response to these reasonable critiques, let me ask you, if you don't know, what do you think Hasan did? Do you think Hasan took the criticism on board, listened, made changes, and stuff like that? Or do you think he just threw his toys out?
Hasan wanted to not be streaming anymore, but didn't want to lose those stream dollars. Like, outside of the camera being on him, how is it any different than him just watching a YouTube video off stream? It just rubs me the wrong way. Like, how do you think of your viewers to just stream your break? Dude, what am I supposed to do? Die? Like, I don't understand. You leave a sign saying "gone for a dump" back in 5, or could just give credit where it's due and actually react while he's in the room. Doesn't seem like a lot to ask. These motherfuckers are like, dude, peanut bottle, dude. The issues people have when you're literally not there and still playing it. People prefer if you pause the video or just put on filler music when you literally walk away from the screen. Just saying what I've seen on Twitter and Discord. Yeah, there is, and I've timed this already. There is a 15-minute sequence. I streamed on average 10 hours every single day last year. There is always, in the middle of my day, when my mom isn't there to cook the chicken for me, a 15-minute sequence where I will rush over, throw the video up on my phone, and I'm watching it. I'm simulcasting it on my phone as it is playing on the stream. And if there's a moment that I want to chime in with something, I will literally run back and put the fucking take there. It's the same as like me sitting there and not saying anything.
Personally, I don't have a chair planted in front of my laundry machine just so I can watch it run, but each to their own, eh? They're in Knob Creek. For anyone from Knob Creek who might be watching, wondering why I'm finding that funny, that would be like...
It's obviously the latter, right? So what he did is he kind of made a stream talking about it and streamed about it. And he said, oh, well, if this person doesn't want me to react to them, I won't watch their videos anymore. You know, all this kind of stuff, and was complaining about the fact that he's got to stream for a long time and all this other nonsense, right? The critique was so mild. It was literally, please actually sit and watch my content. Please react to it, and please credit me. That was it. That is all Jay was saying to Hasan. And it made Hasan mad. That basic critique, okay? Now, Jay has admittedly made a few pieces of content about this. So, there was this one here.
Are people going to arrive? Let's find out.
So there's a little bit of content here with this person called Mauler, who's like a kind of anti-SJW YouTuber kind of figure. So... Jay released a bit of content kind of criticizing Hasan at the time for his overreaction to what Jay had said. So, you know, that kind of passed by. Now, further to that, Jay recently released this video.
You stare at the... In November of 2020, I posted a 14-minute YouTube video in which I roast a weird house. This kind of thing is genuinely really helpful.
Obviously, you know...
Anyway, today we're talking about...
This is a criticism of Hasan and other reaction streamers, okay? That was a good meme. I like that meme. This is a criticism of, like, Hasan and generally other reaction streamers, okay? So, in the course of this video, Jay essentially lays out the entire story of what happened with Hasan, right? Okay?
Literally...
Where is it?
Other people's is a growing trend with compares to Jinx.
Here we go.
8800 Blue Lick Road is a 3-bedroom house that you can go on a 3D virtual tour of right now if you're interested.
Here we go. Watch this. This is what I just talked about.
You know, they say you don't really know someone until you've held hands while taking a dump. This digital property viewing is one of those things where the longer you stare at the image, the more bizarre things.
Now watch this.
So today I'm going to take you on a sightseeing tour of the oddities.
This is literally Steak HQ. Hold on. I'm going to be back in 1 second.
Of 8,000
and then off he goes.
Road. The first 3.5 minutes of my video were enjoyed mostly by Hasan's chair and his chat. Although apparently for the duration of this, Hasan was watching the video on his phone, so he can see everything that his chair is seeing. It's not until we're 4 minutes in, which just to be clear is about a third of the way through the video, that Hasan decides to add his first piece of commentary.
I feel like it's gotta be like it's gotta be, I don't know.
What's this?
Like someone who has a disability or something, right?
I'm not sure what part of this messy, weird house has made Hasan conclude.
Now, I said this before, right? But do you know what that is, right? Listen, I'll tell you what that is. I've done this before. Look, I am not innocent. I am not an innocent actor in the React criticisms, okay? I have had my lazy time on stream where it's been close to the end and I've put on a video that I know I'm probably going to agree with and I just sit and watch it. and I'll, get distracted. I'll be on Twitter. It's like, oh god, maybe I'll get a few more subs before the end of the stream. I'll just chill out and just, oh, Twitter, what's going on? Oh no, I better say something. You kind of pause it and you're like, oh, what is this, like a disabled thing or something? Is it? Anyway, and then that's it. Off you go and you continue, right? So I have been there, okay? We've all done it. Every React streamer or person that reacts to content has done it, okay? And it's poor form. It is poor form. Because at the end of the day, the reality is, like, you need to bring something to the table, I think, if you're reacting to something, all right? Oh, hey, Dylan. I don't think it's acceptable to just sit there and watch the video. Because it gets to a point where you're literally just letting someone else's content entertain your stream. Do you see what I mean? And like, I do think there's a valid question over the fact that you're taking advantage of someone else's labor to basically do your work for you, Anyway, let's continue on a bit with this video.
Yes, only a disabled could have caused this. That's what he sounds like, shut up. Or what kind of disability he could possibly mean. Like, I'm not even sure if he means mental or physical. But so far, my video has played uninterrupted for nearly a third of its length, and all Hasan has contributed is going, it's probably a disabled person that did this, which technically is a sentence. He lets the video play for another 45 seconds before eventually adding his second comment.
Here we go, here we go.
I will never understand why there's 2 bathrooms side by side. I guess that's like the biggest flex you can do is when you have not 1, but 2 fucking side by side bathrooms. You know what I mean?
No, not really. So the house I was roasting actually
So anyway, I appreciate we've not watched the whole video, okay? I just wanted to interject a bit of this video to give a bit of context, right? But can I just ask you, do you think that Jay is being unfair? Does anyone think that this is like an unreasonable criticism, or Jay is just clout chasing, or anything like that? I think this is like completely legitimate, completely fair critique, okay? It's also, I mean, yeah, it's a bit snarky. I'll grant you that, right? I'll grant you that. It's a bit snarky, right? But like, come on. I don't think if we're going to critique things for being a bit snarky, that's going to be most of YouTube out the window, and probably some of my content, a lot of people's content, right? I think this is totally legitimate, totally fair criticism, okay? Now, I would be remiss to not point out that Jay has got another channel, because basically this video instigated like further kind of discussion and discourse around this subject. So basically there was like a long time ago, some of the drama YouTubers had like discourse, and there was a conversation around React content back then. And I think, like, was it Boblax was critical of Pokimane, I believe, of Pokimane's React content, and that caused a bit of a drama.
It's clear that through her various comments online in regards to her controversies, she victimizes herself to the point where she thinks of people like me as being the villain in the scenario.
And then more recently, we had like DMCA criticism come through, and that was again centered around like React content. And now this video has instigated the conversation again, right? Was it Leafy? Was it Leafy? I thought it was Boblax. I can't remember. Anyway, in any case, there's been a number of times this discourse has come up, okay? So the basic point I'm trying to make is that Jay, with this video, started off a new round of discourse about this. And obviously there's already a video on my channel about this, which talks about it focused more on the stuff between Moist Critical and Dark Viper and other people as well. So it focused more on that side of it, right? Oh, is it Leafy? Okay. I think Boblax also contributed to the discourse. Anyway, that's just a side point. The basic point is there's been a number of discourses about this, okay? So we've spoken about this before, within these kind of communities, right? So, Jay is also, off the back of all the drama that's occurred, has done some streams talking about it, right? Which I think obviously is fair enough, And a lot of people have made content about the React meta, etc., etc., etc. You get the gist. Now, this now brings us to today. Would you believe it? Hasan has done something extremely egregious. Would you believe it that Hasan has done something really egregious? Are you ready to see what he's done? Let's have a look. So, Jay tweeted this out today, and this is how I first became aware of this, okay? So, let's watch the clip first of all.
Watch their videos ever again, and I move on. This is what I said 1 fucking year ago. Since then, he made a video, or they made a video. Afterwards, they had like a bunch of fucking Nazis in the Killstream get together and do an 8-hour reaction to my entire stream. I think it was an 8 or 10 hour fucking podcast that they did on that. Okay? And I apologized back then. And they held on to the grudge. And then they made another video now. Another video a year later. Sargon of Akkad joined. Multiple 8-hour streams. If you expect me to think that that person is charitable at this point, I don't know what to tell you. Because it's not. You're a fucking psycho if you think that that is a charitable person. No, that is a deranged person.
He calls them deranged.
It's a 5-minute video, which I apologize for. It's incredibly petty. It's incredibly fucking petty. Watch their video.
So first of all, we'll look at Jay's response to this. And I think, you know, it could be that Jay obviously makes their own response to what's going on here. But you'll start to see why this is so egregious, I think, as we talk about this, okay? Yep, literally all just overtly false claims that I have to deal with 40,000 people believing about me now because their daddy Hasan said it was true. Thanks, man. I really appreciate how maturely you've handled being called out for not giving credit. And this is true. You know, fundamentally, this is what it boils down to. Hasan has been criticized by Jay, you know, for not giving credit. You could take it further and say for not reacting enough, for using Jay's content just to entertain his stream, okay? But this is what it boils down to. Jay has given completely fair and legitimate criticisms of Hasan, okay? And Hasan's response is to accuse them of hanging out with Nazis. What the fuck? Like, do you understand how wrong and fucked up this is? This is classic. Okay, in like traditional journalism and stuff like that, it's a very typical strategy to smear people that are criticizing you, okay? It is real, like, down in the muck, like, low-tier journalistic stuff to just smear people that are criticizing you, okay? And this is what Hasan is doing in this video. This is what Hasan is doing in this video. Now, there's a lot of claims you could look at with this, okay? But let me show you this first of all. So this is the one I want to address in this video, okay?
A year ago. Since then, he made a video, or they made a video. Afterwards, they had like a bunch of fucking Nazis in the Killstream get together and do an 8-hour reaction to my entire...
They had a bunch of Nazis on the Killstream get together and do an 8-hour reaction. This, out of everything, is the most egregious claim of all. Because it's a lie. It is a complete and utter lie that Jay went on the Killstream with a bunch of Nazis to criticize Hasan's video. It's a lie. A complete and utter fabrication. Not true. It's terrible. It's terrible. Right? So, what is the truth? Well, let me tell you what the truth is, okay? So, basically, and in fact, we noted it from the other video that we looked at briefly there. So, Jay knocks about with some people from this kind of podcast thing called EFAP, Every Frame a Pause, okay? Now, EFAP is a bunch of like former/current kind of anti-SJW types. It's people like Mauler and Rags, okay? So, it's EFAP that made some content about Hasan's video. The first point to make is you can be critical of EFAP for being like cringe anti-SJW takes on certain things. That's fine, right? But they're not Nazis. They're not Nazis, okay? EFAP are not Nazis. And the idea that you would claim that they're Nazis is insane. And also, it's not the Killstream. EFAP isn't the Killstream. They're totally different shows, and they're not even like linked in any meaningful way that I'm aware of. EFAP is not the Killstream, and the people on EFAP are not Nazis. Okay? Further to that, what Hasan is, I believe, must be talking about, okay, is this stream here.
Fucking clue.
Which is, it was a 9.5-hour stream. You can't get anything about this right, clearly. So this is a 9.5-hour stream, okay, with Adam Friended, Sitch, Mauler, Rags, and some other person, right, where they talk about this, right? Guess what? Jay wasn't even on this fucking show, on this episode. Jay wasn't even fucking involved with this at all. Jay wasn't even on it. What is this? It's nonsense.
Chud Nation.
He wasn't even on the fucking show that he's, I presume, talking about. So not only is he totally wrong about it being the Killstream, it was EFAP. Not only is he totally wrong about a bunch of Nazis getting together, these people aren't Nazis. The most you can say they're anti-SJWs. The most egregious person that came on is probably Sargon of Akkad, and he comes on at some point later in the stream, okay? But further to that, Jay had nothing to do with this piece of content being made. Jay wasn't on the stream. It's totally fucking fabricated bullshit, lying to your audience of over 30,000 people that one of your critics is associating with Nazis to dunk on you. It is egregious. It is terrible. It is absolutely indefensible that Hasan would do this. It is not on. All Jay has done is fairly criticize Hasan. That's it. I'd say maybe I might accept that, you know, maybe, I don't even know if I agree with this, but maybe we could break bread on the idea that, like, they made another video about it and they featured Hasan. Maybe you could critique that if you're being, like, super hardcore, like, picky. But I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. Hasan absolutely deserves critique for his behavior in this. They've even had to put a thing in here. Jay Exci isn't actually a part of the people responding to the content in this stream, the more you know. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing, okay? I'm sure that, like, Rags, Mauler, Adam Friended, Sitch, I'm sure that we've got disagreements about stuff, okay? I'm sure we got some disagreements. I think, like, they're, like, centrist to right-wing, I believe. They're, like, anti-SJW takes and stuff like that. Whatever, right? But can we stop calling everyone a fucking Nazi? Jesus Christ. Why are you leaning into the meme that the rightoids say about you that you call everyone a Nazi? Why? It's insane. People can have ideas that you disagree with without them being a Nazi. Look, if you're going to mock anything, if you're going to make fun of anyone, make fun of these people for making like a 1 billion-hour video about Captain Marvel or whatever, okay? Like, there's some cringe stuff you can mock and you can take the piss out of and you can disagree with. But Jesus Christ, it's insane. So, you know, I don't know whether Hasan is an absolute idiot or malicious or both. But I don't know how else to interpret this. He's literally accusing Jay of associating with Nazis to dunk on him, and that's not true. That is a complete lie. It's a complete fabrication. It's totally fucking false. It's outrageous, and it's completely unacceptable. And you cannot defend this. This is indefensible behavior, okay? Because look, let me show you this quickly. When you say stuff like this to your audience, there's going to be people within that audience that are going to go and they're going to parrot this and they're going to repeat it, okay? And I can show you an example of that here. So this is No Justice. When you brought up Jay Exci, that is where you lose me. I can't tell if you... So I know this person. I'm very disappointed with this person. I think I do. I think I recognize his profile picture. Jay Exci. Because you seem to bring up Jay Exci as some content creator, but you're aware that Jay Exci is active in a literal circle of actual Nazis. What? Do you see the problem? Do you see the issue? Hasan says on stream that they're making content with Nazis, and then people elaborate on that. And before you know it, you've got people in responses saying that Jay Exci is active in a literal circle of actual Nazis like Killstream weirdos and EFAP. At least this person gets it, so all right. Killstream's nothing to do with it. EFAP aren't Nazis, okay? This is outrageous. Jay Exci is making 8-hour podcasts with Nazis on Hasan. That's not true. That's just not true. That is just a total misinformation bullshit. It's unbelievable that, like, it's crazy to me. It's mental. So we talk about clout chasing and we talk about smaller content creators making, in my case at least I would argue, and certainly in Jay's case, smaller content creators making accurate, fair criticisms of larger content creators. What do we call it when a large content creator just talks shit about a smaller content creator that isn't true because they're criticizing them? What's the word for that? So, yeah, what is this? What the fuck is this? How can this is scumbag behavior. And I would love to speak to someone that supports Hasan that wants to argue that this is acceptable, that this is somehow okay, right? The absolute best you can say is that Hasan is ignorant, okay? That's not an excuse, though, because accusing someone of associating with Nazis is a very serious accusation, and you ought to be able to substantiate that if you want to make a claim of that nature. And guess what? Hasan cannot substantiate it because it's not fucking true. And because Hasan sits there in his ivory fucking tower of 30,000 viewers, never debates anyone because he's a fucking pussy coward, he'll never get challenged on this shit. So what does that leave? It leaves people like me, in the course of making my content, to say, hey, look, Hasan's doing something fucked up, and hope that some people maybe take notice, maybe that gets back to Hasan, and maybe he'll offer a retraction, which is absolutely necessary in this case. You can't just fucking accuse people of associating with Nazis without evidence. That's outrageous. And you must retract claims like that because they're just not true. They're just not true. I don't give a shit if people are acting badly, okay? People act badly, I get that. That doesn't give you free rein to falsely accuse people of associating with Nazis because they're criticizing you. That doesn't give you free rein to do that. That is fucking bullshit and totally unacceptable, okay? All Jay has done is said, hey, Hasan, you played my video. You didn't really react to it. You walked away at one point and you didn't credit me. Would it be okay if you could maybe resolve those things? And Hasan lost his shit. His diaper instantly filled up with piss and shit. And he lost it. And he fucking lost it, right? And now Jay has made another video which is critical. And he's lost it again. And now he's accused Jay of associating with Nazis. Fuck this. This is out of order. It's out of line. And he needs to walk these claims back. It's fucking outrageous. Fuck this guy. Seriously.
And I just never watch their videos ever again, and I move on.
Let's go back a bit.
Just the parts where I am reacting to it, making jokes about it, or talking about it deeper.
Yeah, I'm never gonna...
Listen, Rip Noe, why are you mad? I'm mad because the biggest so-called socialist, Marxist, aka total fucking fraud streamer has taken Jay's labor to entertain his stream because he's a fucking disgusting, cowardly fraud, okay? And then when he's called out for it, he's thrown his toys out the pram, okay? And now he's falsely saying they associate with Nazis to smear them. That's why I'm fucking angry. That's why I'm fucking angry at this total fucking fraud, okay? How fucking dare he sit there and call himself a socialist and call himself a Marxist, right? When he is going to use someone else's labor to his own benefit and then act like a big baby fucking bitch when he gets called out for it. That's why I'm fucking angry.
We're gonna do that for the record. Twitch.tv/Hasanabi. You can still maintain your extra inches on your penis that you got from watching Charlie. You can still maintain the extra inches, and I will never fucking do that. That is a completely unrealistic and insane expectation. Especially for like, okay, when people make demands, you have to think about what your infraction is. Okay, like what are you doing that is harmful and what the impact is. Infraction and impact. What is the infraction here? Stealing content, apparently, okay? Who is being harmed by this? Other content creators. And how are they being harmed by this? Potentially, they're being harmed because they're losing out on the 30,000 extra views that they would get from the content creator that are watching. Okay? From the content creator. Like, they were all 30,000 were going to stumble upon it on their own.
Okay, there's more to it than that, though, Hasan, isn't there? And this is where you're showing that you're a fucking fraud. Because you are engaged in behavior that you as a socialist or Marxist or whatever fucking bullshit you call yourself ought to be fucking critical of, okay? The exploitation of another's labor for your own benefit, right? Someone has made a video and you have watched it on your stream and you've done it in a way that is in no way adding anything to the content. They have engaged in labor to create that piece of media and you're watching it on your stream without adding anything, okay? That is exploitative as fuck. You sit there and you watch episode after episode after episode of MasterChef, okay? Put aside the IP, put aside the DMCA stuff, put aside the copyright stuff. How do you think MasterChef episodes get made? How do you think MasterChef episodes get put together? There's entire teams of workers that put the product together. Camera crew, producers, the list goes on. And he's just sat there raking in money watching it on his stream. What is that if not exploitation of another's labor? What is that if not exploitation of another person's fucking labor? Tell me. Tell me. Fuck this guy. He's a fucking fraud. And I'm sick of people telling me he's not. I'm sick of people telling me he's actually fucking doing something meaningful and spreading socialism. He sat there on his ass watching fucking MasterChef, right? Then taking 2 days off because he's fucking burnt out. Oh, what did reacting to MasterChef? I use reacting very loosely. Get a bit too fucking tough for you, buddy. Yeah? Sat there out in your fucking nice fucking $3 million pad with the sun on your face like you put in that tweet. Then a few days later, oh, I'm so burnt out. It's terrible business. It's fucking shameful. It's shameful. There's people out there fucking breaking their backs.
To Chud Nation.
There's people out there breaking their fucking backs to keep this country going, to keep our nations going, right? In the worst possible fucking conditions. And he's got to take a couple of days off because he's burnt out from watching fucking MasterChef. Fuck off and fuck you. It is outrageous, okay? Now look, being a streamer isn't as easy as people make out, okay? I'll be real with you. It's not as easy as people make out. There is some effort that's involved. You have to do some labor, and there's a lot of stress that comes with it, right? But let's be fucking real, okay? Let's be fucking real. It is fucking cushy. It is cushy at the end of the day. I'm sat here in my gaming chair shouting into my fucking microphone while a bunch of people watch me and give me money, okay? There's a reason that I'm a streamer and not working in sales anymore, all right? It is cushy, and you need to recognize that. Give me more money. So fuck me. The fact that this guy has literally got the resources to his access now. He could make whatever content he wants. And he just sits there and watches other people's fucking content. It's disgusting. And I'm sick of it. I'm so fucking sick of people defending this guy. What is it that he says that's so great? Where's this stuff that he says that makes it all worthwhile? What's this analysis that he does that's so incredible and amazing? Where's the Marxism? Where's the socialism? Oh, all cops are bastards. Wow, incredible. Oh, your boss is probably a bit of a twat. Oh, amazing. Thank you for your incredible insights. Fuck off.
Okay? If the infraction itself is... Damn, you were quick with that. If the infraction itself is... for the most part, completely fucking just innocuous, okay?
Innocuous.
And the action, the impact of it is something that by and large people not only do not care about, but also actually appreciate for the overwhelming majority of content creators. I'm not going to fucking stop. I'm not going to capitulate to someone who I've never watched before, to someone who I will forget about tomorrow.
What an obnoxious prick.
But I still do
Unless he's being sarcastic.
Understand that that's still a large chunk of the video itself, so it is still pretty close to like almost a full runtime in some cases. So again, going forward, I won't just be rolling dice hoping I can add to whatever video gets recommended on YouTube night. I will be maybe checking them for a little bit, and then if it's something that I can add to, I'll look at the rest on my own and maybe make content out of as a response to it, as opposed to real-time reaction, which has always been the majority of my content anyway. I think what really helped me understand this perspective wasn't Dark Viper's video, it was actually Jay Exci's. They made a great video recently just going over the entire React ecosystem, just going over everything from the perspective of someone that had their video reacted to.
This is the difference between someone like Moist Critical. Moist Critical has, probably done stuff you can criticize about. At least Moist Critical is humble enough to go, hey, Jay made a video and it opened my eyes to some stuff, or I thought about it. Honest fucking actor. An honest actor in all of this. Someone who's got probably some principles somewhere, right? Unlike fucking Hasan. So, you know what? Some of these fucking streamers, some of the big streamers, are way more socialist than Hasan will ever be. They're way more socialist in principle than Hasan will ever be.
By multiple people, myself included. It's actually the video of the Bazaar house walkthrough, the one that I mentioned, was a very shameful moment for me, where it's a video I really liked but didn't react hard to. I'd already seen.
For the record, and as I've said this already earlier today, and as I said even back then, that person is correct. I should not have watched his video. That person is correct to say, dude, you walked away. You didn't even give good reactions to this. This is my work. That's correct. I've said this.
Yeah, what's that video about train wrecks? I've got my critiques of train wrecks for the gambling stuff, but at least he gives back for the the phenomenal opportunities that he's had and the money that he's made.
That person is correct to say, dude, you walked away. You didn't even give good reactions to this. This is my work. That's correct. I've said this.
Great.
A year
Fantastic. Good. So let's see what happens next.
ago. But it doesn't matter, because then they continued to make more and more content.
This is fucking bullshit, right? This is total fucking bullshit. Okay, listen, DK, we're going to need to do a fucking... You're going to need to be a solid here. Throw up the video of Hasan kicking off before about this, okay? We need a clip of Hasan here talking about and throwing his toys out the pram over the original criticism.
Proper credit is given, however, please don't just let them play as filler, sitting there saying very little and just having lunch, or leaving them in the room like, come on, man, I'm fine with React content. It just requires a substances or significant reaction and proper credit. Okay, fair. That's totally fine. He makes the most sense. I mean, I understand. My man said react harder. So it's not okay to play someone's video if they don't want you to. Doesn't that mean you need to ask permission every time you watch someone else's content, which seems pretty lame? No, I don't do that. That's fucking ridiculous.
Because Hasan didn't just go, oh yeah, that's fair enough, that's fair critique. He was fucking pissed when he got criticized before. He was pissed off. He was fucking pissed off. This idea that he calmly, coolly was like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that, okay? Is nonsense. And also, it wasn't that he shouldn't have watched the video. Jay made it clear, I don't mind if you watch my content on stream, but at least react to it and don't just walk off in the middle of it and disrespect my work. So he doesn't even get this right anyway. God, he's such a fucking idiot.
About it, because now Charlie's fucking talking about it. Like, this is the point. There are positive ways of fucking dealing with other people's content. There are positive ways of engaging with someone, reactions, and then there are negative ways of dealing with someone, which is this, which is what Dark Viper is doing, which is what Jay is doing, which is to attack, to criticize, and try to fucking piece together as much of a negative hate farming, negative engagement as you possibly can.
Oh my God.
Okay? I personally think
this is outrageous. The idea that Jay is hate farming.
Reacting is a better way to merge communities, to win over new fans. And that at most, if you do like negative farming, negative hatred engagement farming, you're going to see a minor bump. But the people that are going to come to your side are going to be incredibly fucking toxic. Now, that person literally, again, remember, it's a 5-minute video.
I would fucking pay money to see Hasan discuss this with someone, right? But he's such a fucking coward, he won't. He won't talk about this with anyone because he knows he doesn't have to, right? You notice this with Hasan. Mr. Anti-Debate Bro Hasan now. Oh, I don't want to speak to other people and give them the clout, right? He was fucking debating people for ages before he got where he was. He was debating people for ages. He didn't have a problem with debate bros a few years ago when he needed that fucking clout, did he? He was talking to Destiny. He was debating Charlie Kirk at Politicon. You know, he was debating all over the fucking place. He was on panel shows talking, debating, arguing. Fucking hell. It's outrageous. He sits there and is just so dishonest to his audience. Over the debate stuff, I mean. God, he's so disgusting. This guy makes me so fucking mad. Holy shit.
Welcome to Chud.
Hey, thanks for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. But yeah, obviously he got clapped a few times in debate and realised he wasn't so good at it. And the most recent time when he debated, he tried to debate the Christian Walker guy and got shown up on a few issues. And then obviously we've got the other thing that happened recently where he banned that person where he kicked off of that person from his community and kicked them out because they again offered like fairly mild critique and he threw his toys out the pram.
The trans person is the fact that you, a guy that isn't super well versed on trans shit, brought on a known transphobe knowing he might bring up transphobic shit. You aren't exactly a Vosh at trans debates. I hope that the rest of your life is as horrible as it is every single day. I despise you. 1 fucking year ago that I have already addressed, I said, hey, I do this. Sometimes people don't like when I'm watching their videos, and I deeply am apologetic. I don't see this as like a major infraction, and I just never watch their videos ever again, and I move on. This is what I said 1 fucking year ago. Since then, he made a video, or they made a video. Afterwards, they had like a bunch of fucking Nazis in the Killstream get together and do an 8-hour reaction to my entire stream. I think it was an 8 or 10 hour fucking podcast that they did on that. Okay? And I apologized back then. And they held on to the grudge. And then they made another video now. Another video a year later.
Soy. Oh, they made another video.
Multiple 8-hour streams. If you expect me to think that that person is charitable at this point, I don't know what to tell you.
So again, I've already covered this clip and talked about how the claims of the Killstream Nazi thing is complete bullshit. But yeah, like, it's pure soy. It's pure soy. Like, how many videos have you made about, I don't know, like, this is what annoys me, right? Is like, we all make videos about people, in some cases multiple videos about the same person, right? Sometimes they're over the same issue. What is inherently wrong with Jay thinking, I'm going to make another video about React content? Also, I'm pretty sure that like a year ago, Jay responded to Hasan in like a jokey way and then also left a comment about it. I don't think Jay made a whole ass video, as in like a prepared video like a year ago. This video essay that Jay did recently is, I believe, their only kind of like video contribution in terms of a traditional YouTube prepared essay video. It was 6 months ago. Oh my God. See, look, I'm getting taken in by it. I'm getting taken in by the lies. Yeah, it was informal live streams before. This new video that Jay's done is the only essay video I believe that they've done. Jesus Christ.
You're a fucking psycho if you think that that is a charitable person. No, that is a deranged person. It's
Deranged.
a 5-minute video, which I apologize for. It's incredibly petty. It's incredibly fucking petty. Sorry, it's just the truth. Now let's watch the rest of this.
Seen it, and I just
It's not the truth at all. You're full of shit.
basically shared it with my community without adding anything to it, and they were upset with that, which I totally do get. And they made a video going over that whole situation and really helped put it in perspective for me to understand things better.
And by the way, yeah, so they're basically utilizing and profiting off of React content by complaining about it. Got it? No, that's precisely what they're doing. That is exactly what they're doing.
Do you ever remember
Thanks for the bits.
that had when
Yes.
he suggested game
Like, making a major, like, look, dude,
What is this Uno Reverso shit?
Critics accusing them of being Nazis and got his audience to flag any video criticism. It's almost like power corrupts people.
What is this Uno Reverso shit? Oh, well, you're just making content out of it. Bro, you've sat and watched entire seasons of fucking MasterChef on stream, you piece of shit. How fucking dare you try and do an Uno Reverso thing? The idea that someone making content critical of your behavior is somehow profiting off reaction content. You're sat there watching fucking MasterChef. God, this guy is fucking unreal.
Cows are not the fucking new thing on the internet, okay? Dark Side Phil is like a very common one.
And for a lot of fucking weirdo, neck-bearded, pasty fucks that spend all their time on Kiwi farms and 4chan, they try to fucking lolcow me. So there is a target-rich environment for someone to be like, this guy fucking sucks. Now, obviously, unlike DSP, I have a community, a fan base. I make content that like...
What? He's trying to say that he's getting treated like a lolcow. I mean, he is a lolcow, but he's not getting treated in the same way as these people. He is trying to make this equivocation with, like, Kiwi farms now. This is unbelievable. This is unfucking believable. This is so wrong.
Avoids those fucking weirdos for the most part. So that is precisely why there is, like, you're hacky. You're, like, jumping on this exclusively so you can, you know, milk the negative engagement that you can possibly get. Because you're basically, you're landing on top of an audience of pre-existing, really fucking deranged people. And I'm telling you guys this, like, this is like really fucking personal shit. I should not be even talking about this. Okay? But that is how it works. And talking about this also makes it a lot worse usually.
Let's be clear on something, right? Obviously, like, if Hasan gets death threats or, like, personal messages, doxing, stuff like that, yeah, that's totally fucked up and wrong, obviously, right? But it's this trick that he's doing where he's trying to act like there's an extremity of attention that he's getting, right? Hey, thanks a lot. That's really thank you for the $3.
I'm the victim here, like, kind of. Unlike the other lolcows, I have a community, a 200k Porsche, a 3 mil house. But I'm the victim here.
True. Thank you for the $3. So listen, that's wrong. You know, if people are DMing him and abusive stuff, yeah, that's wrong. But what is also wrong is to take the extremity of the criticism that you're getting and put everyone in that camp and act like everyone that's criticizing you is in there. When all Jay's done, as I've said repeatedly, is just make a very fair criticism and critique of what Hasan does. It's outrageous. And he's going to try and act like it's lolcows, and that's how they treat people on these, you know, crazy websites where they go after people and stuff. It's mental.
Like, acknowledging them is the worst thing you can possibly do, but there it is. I mean, Pokimane has them. I have them. Alinity had them. I think they've, like, kind of gone away. They've kind of gone sideways. They've went somewhere else. Amaranth has them. Trainwrecks has them. There are a lot of people that have, like, a community of people who spite them, who hate them, who watch them, specifically because they're sitting around in a forum and they're writing every single thing that I've done that day to just talk to one. Asmongold has them. Everyone has them. And they're stalkers. And it's stalker behavior. And it can get really sad for the people that are doing that. It's really, really damaging for the people that are doing that. I've talked directly to them before. What a fucking piece of shit.
So this dude, right, took Jay's work, used it for content for his stream, didn't credit them appropriately, got called out for it, and now a new video's come out which criticizes him over it, and he's trying to act like Jay is somehow insinuating they're associating in some way with these, like, weird stalkers, the extremities that you get in content creation. Jesus Christ. This is mental. This is, like, crazy. And you notice, again, because he's such a little coward, he's going to get everyone on board with this, with his little sob story, okay? Look, hot take, if you're a content creator, okay, you are going to get mental people, right? You are going to get crazy people that come at you. And yeah, of course, it's fair to say, yeah, that's wrong. But he's really blurring the lines here. Yeah, exactly. He's blurring the lines between the extremities of the stuff he gets and fair critique, so people start to blend the two. And so Jay stops being a good faith critic, which is what Jay is, and in some ways associated with Nazis, stalkers, like the worst possible stuff that Hasan could get. God, it's so fucked.
I mean, like, listen, you can get out of this fucking dark hole, but all of those content creators that are coming across like they're making legitimate fucking criticisms, the reason why they are doing this is because they tap into those audiences. There's a huge internet personality Discord also.
Listen, I'm criticizing Hasan right now. I ain't tapping into any of that shit. Jay is not, like, you might get some people that watch your content because they really hate this person, maybe. But what's that got to do with anything? Does that mean you can never criticize someone because, oh, there might be some weirdos that come and watch it? Get the fuck out of here. And also, yeah, what about what he's doing to Jay then? What about what he's doing to Jay? You can apply this to yourself, bro, and yours is much worse because you've literally just said, you know, Jay has made only fair critiques of you, and you're saying Jay associates with Nazis and is some sort of stalker. Fucking hell.
What do you mean? Yeah, they're farming a viewership that has already built-in dislike for the streamers they're talking about. They do that, for sure. Some creators that have been around for a very long time, like Charlie, have been able to avoid that, surprisingly. But those are the same people that, that is the fan base, for sure. And a lot of them are Nazis, or some of them are Nazis. And, you know, it's just, it is what it is.
Some of them are Nazis. Fucking
But that
hell.
is precisely the reason, like, where they go to start talk shit about internet personalities, like on lolcow, basically. Yeah, that is the reason why what that person is doing is not even remotely charitable. If it was something that I've done and that was like genuinely fucking morally abhorrent behavior that they were making this many videos on and farming it for this much content, and I had never apologized for it, that's one thing. They all lost their minds looking for content after Chris Chan dropped off the face of the earth, got arrested. Yeah.
Chris Chan? What the fuck has Chris Chan got to do with any of this? What the fuck has Chris Chan got to do with this? This is literally crazy. Chris Chan has nothing to do with any of this. Chris Chan has nothing to do with anything that's going on here, right? Jesus Christ.
All right, let's continue.
Dark Viper more focuses on dunking, which in some cases he has every right to because I got things wrong, but Jay Exci really painted the whole picture that put it all like in a really good perspective for me to get. Now there's one thing I'd like to quickly tackle, and it's an important thing that I talked about in my video.
I think we've got to the meat of that particular, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how else to interpret that other than Hasan desperately trying to smear fair criticism to his audience. And yeah, he's never going to speak to anyone about it. He'll just continue on watching MasterChef after his little break. Yeah. It's disgusting. It's fucked up. I just, you know, I've expended all my energy and anger talking about it. You know, Hasan needs to retract the statements that he's made. Hasan needs to retract the statement he's made about Jay. That is completely out of line, completely out of order. He needs to walk back the thing about the Nazis. Jay is not associated with Nazis to criticize Hasan, and to my knowledge, you know, has not associated with Nazis at all. I think the biggest critique you could make of Jay, if you wanted to, is you could say that Jay sometimes associates with like anti-SJW types on you know, certain podcasts, which maybe, I guess, but to my knowledge, Jay isn't like one of those kinds of anti-SJW, like, oh, they put like a, you know, minority in Star Wars, it's gone woke now. I don't think Jay's ever really made content like that. It's just basically guilt by association at that point. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched, I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest with you, right? And I mean, I'm being a bit hypocritical here because I stream for like 8-10 hours a day, okay? But the idea of watching an 8-hour stream of a bunch of nerds complaining about whatever, I don't know. But yeah, apparently Jay does push back and stuff from what I understand. Anyway, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because regardless of what Jay is doing, which is nowhere near as egregious as what Hasan is stating, in any case, what does it matter? Like, it doesn't change the nature of Jay's critique. It doesn't change the nature of what Jay is saying anyway. Jay is making salient critiques and salient points. What does it matter? It's literally just trying to smear someone because they're criticizing you. That's it. Jay's 5-hour video on Doctor Who is very good. The one thing I would say in all of this, okay, Jay's got a bigger kind of YouTube channel than me, so I don't really think there's much value in me like saying, oh, go and subscribe to Jay's YouTube channel. But what I would like you to do, because Jay has just come to Twitch, is I'd like you to go and follow Jay's Twitch channel. So that's going to be somewhere where I can probably distribute a bit of the old clout. Go and follow Jay's YouTube Twitch channel. And go and check out one of the live streams. Hey,
Welcome
Kino, thanks for the
Chud
sub.
Nation.
Chud love.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it's going to happen. Hasan is not the kind of person that likes to get challenged, obviously, on his views, because he's a pussy. So I doubt very much that anything further will come of this. I doubt he's going to retract it. I'll be surprised if he does. But if he does, great. I doubt it, though. Fuck Hasan. Like, if you were still defending him and defending him over shit like this, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this guy is just a little bitch baby, you know, crying over getting criticized, lashing out, calling his critics as associating with Nazis, and they're basically, you know, associating with or as bad as stalkers, all this other shit. You know, fuck this guy. This is terrible. Like, fuck this shit. That's it. It's over. Okay? Until tomorrow. Until tomorrow's stream. Well, not streaming tomorrow. Until the next stream. Until the next stream, folks, okay? When we get to criticize. Now we're going to move on.